Codependency shows up in ways that we don't know that it's showing up. Codependency is a lack of boundaries. How many of you are holding on to your money so tightly out of fear it won't be there? How many of you are working with clients that you know are not your people because you're unsure if the next client will come? How many of you are settling at some area of your life because you're not sure if you can manifest it again? It's close. It's almost everything I want. How can something else be so perfect? How can I really manifest much better than this? I feel like this is my manifestation right here. You're so attached to what you have that you're not willing to make room for what's meant for you. Detach. Detach, 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 detach. Codependency. Codependency, codependency. It's like the girlfriend that doesn't let her boyfriend, or the wife that won't let her husband go out of her sight because he can't have friends because that means he doesn't love you. No, it just means there are other people who share his interests. It just means maybe he works with them and he wants to discuss work. He wants to discuss Gary on the job and who didn't do what he was supposed to. And Lucy, who was a jerk, who came in there. Or that situation that you wouldn't possibly understand because you don't do what he does and you're not where he lives. Or maybe it just comes down to the fact that you don't really even like sports, but yet you're trying to make him watch the game with you. Codependency. 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 Also, codependency is a lack of boundaries. Codependency. Codependency also looks like I said, working with people who aren't meant for you. Being afraid to let it go. Being afraid to spend the money. Waiting to invest because you're waiting on a payment. Codependency. You're scared. You're scared the money's going to go. You're scared that you don't want to acknowledge that money's an unlimited resource that's always available to you, so you don't have to hold on so tightly in fear that it won't come back. Your codependency. We are brought up to have such codependency in our lives. In our lives. We're dependent. We're dependent on what we drink, what we eat. And it's the lack of acknowledging that this is codependent behavior that keeps us stuck. When you're too attached to what is, you lose sight of what's meant for you. If you lose something, it doesn't mean that you won't get anything better. Maybe God, the divine, the universe wants more for you than what you can know to want for yourself. When did you become smarter than the universe? When did you become more knowledgeable, more intuitive, more clairvoyant than the universe and God itself? Codependency. To heal codependency, it takes acknowledging and having unshakable faith. Having unshakable faith that what's meant for you will never pass you. And there is unlimited amounts of everything in this world. There is unlimited joy. There is unlimited prosperity. There is unlimited wealth. There's unlimited money. There's unlimited clients. There's unlimited people. There is people upon people upon people upon people. How could there not be any clients? How could there not be any men for you to fall in love with? How could there not be more for you? You're not that special. You're not that special. You're not so special that there is more available for everybody else on this planet, but not for you. The universe does not make decisions like that. There's more for you. There's always more. There will always be more. You just forgot to believe that there is. And that's okay. You didn't know, but now you do. So what does that make room for you in your life? What have you been being so attached to, so independent about, so scarce about, that you're not allowing the abundance to move through you, to flow to you, to come to you? These lessons are not just me talking, to me preaching. This is what I live. I know these lessons to be true because I've lived them. I know these lessons to be true because when I didn't live by these lessons, my life was difficult. Money was hard to come by. The life I wanted seemed a million miles away. I was at A. The life I wanted was like at Z. And there was so much space in between, and I couldn't connect the dots because I hadn't embraced what I knew to be true. Doing this work, becoming emotionally intelligent, healing codependency, healing toxic positivity, knowing these things, understanding my triggers. We'll talk about that next. Understanding my triggers, healing procrastination and perfectionism. All of these things made the difference between me struggling for transactions that were like $40. Struggling. I was on the struggle bus. And me getting thousands in a transaction easily. Like, oh shit, that was easy. Oh shit, that was so freaking easy. Because I wasn't attached. Because I understood my emotions. I understood how energy works. I understood the flow of the universe.